Hey, how's it going, you swell individuals? Today, we're gonna be doing something a little different. So, Fontaine comes out in an hour and 32 minutes, and due to my lack of patience, I figured, why not rank the current characters we know, from which characters we want the most, to which characters we will likely skip. Now, this video is more than likely gonna come out after Fontaine's release, because we're gonna be doing a before and after kind of shtick. So after we complete the first big Archon quest, when we get to see all these beautiful and swell characters in action, we're gonna be doing an after the Archon quest. So what changes from before and after? That's kind of the whole gimmick of the video. So I want to get this out the way quick because Fontaine is so close. I need it in my life. So we'll start with the siblings over here. I'm going to say Lyney and Lynette, they are the first banner. I think they're giving us a Lynette for free, which respect Hoyoverse. Always giving us a new 4-star every nation. Much smooch. And I'm gonna say it right off the bat, the thing that dictates if I'm gonna pull for them or not is mostly just how much I'm gonna like them in the story. I forgot to say that in the intro, but yeah. Lynette, I think just the quiet cat girl who's pretty damn distant is gonna be super popular with a big part of this fan base. I mean, come on, who doesn't like the quiet, mysterious girl? A lot of people can relate to her potential social anxiety. I'm not sure if she's shy or if she just doesn't like to talk that much, but I'm gonna say since they're in the same banner, I'm not gonna put them in skip just yet, because I have seen their gameplay and they both look really fun. For Lyney, I kind of think I'm gonna like him more than I'm letting on right now. Because before going into Fontaine, I'm kind of just okay with him, but he's the magic man. And I used to binge watch Penn and Teller's magic show when I was a kid, so I feel like I'm gonna love his anime style magic. And he just seems like a chill dude in general. I'm predicting that these two will probably be the first two we meet in Fontaine. So I think that's going to be a really chill thing. But I'm going to leave them in unsure yet. I'm also going to say this right off the bat. I think all of the siblings here, even Freminet, all come from Arlecchino's like orphanage thing. I forget what it's called. But the one that raises like child soldiers. Hang on, I want to find out what it's called actually. Okay, I think they're all from the House of Hearth. And I think that might be a bit of a plot twist as we go through the story. But as for the boy Freminet, I think I'm gonna pull for him just until we get him. Yeah, because he's the 4-star. There's no major 5-star on the banner I want that he's associated with. Like, I don't need Zhang Dong or Tartusi, but I do really like him. Like, out of all the siblings, he's the one that kind of resonates with me the most, because just the idea of going underwater to seclude yourself from the entire rest of the world just sounds like a really like deep and nice thing. Get it? Deep because he's a diver and he's deep in the Mariana Trench. But yeah, I'm really hoping a 5-star doesn't spook me when the lad comes out, but I'm just gonna pull for him because I think I'm gonna like him a lot, and he might even have a big part to play in the upcoming Archon quest, just because of the whole, the city is sinking into water, and in the trailer, he talks about the underwater museum shtick, so I think he's gonna be like a very informative and well-educated lad for when shit hits the fan. Yeah, that's my prediction on him. Neuvillette here, I think is kind of gonna be like the final boss-ish of Fontaine. I know we're probably gonna have like a Harbinger who's the main baddie, and I still don't think it's gonna be Arlecchino. I think it's more than likely gonna be Sandrone, who comes in late during the Archon quest. But Neuvillette, I think, is gonna be the one who is really running things. Like Furina, from what we've seen with her eccentric personality. I think I'm gonna like her a lot. I don't think she's really head honcho when it comes to like the actual law. I think that's gonna be more Neuvillette's thing. And from what we saw in the trailer, he looks like he's going up against Tartusi, one of the Harbingers? I wonder what's going on over there. But yes, he seems like a very cold and calculated man that I feel like he's not gonna appeal to the sentimental or emotional part of the quest. So that's why I think he's gonna end up being one of the big bads. And maybe towards the end in 4.2, he realizes the error of his ways, and that's when we reconcile with the swell lad. Yes! Although then again, his banner is confirmed for 4.1, so I don't know. He's really a mysterious dude, but I'm gonna say I'm kind of unsure. I'm definitely debating on putting him in Gonna Pull, but for now, I'm gonna leave him here. Then we have Furina, the smug child. Now, I know a lot of people love this chick, and to be honest, I don't really get it that much. I'm wondering if it's just because she's an Archon that people are going crazy, but me personally, I just love the smugness of what we've seen from her so far. Like, out of all the Archons we've seen, besides for maybe Venti, she seems like she's gonna have so much personality when compared to them, and I absolutely love that. So the thing is, I'm gonna pull for her, but it's not even because she's an Archon. It's just because I feel she's gonna be a really fun character. That's my whole shtick. Then we have Wriothesley. I'm probably butchering his pronunciation because that is not a French name, y'all. Now, this man, I don't know much about him at all, but I need him in my life. No. I think it was confirmed that he's gonna be a cryo. I don't remember his weapon, but he gives me heavy Hazo vibes. Like maybe he fist his enemies. Yeah. And I think he's probably gonna be like the prison warden character. Because since Fontaine is the nation of justice, there's more than likely gonna be some involvement with the confinement of criminals. And I think he's gonna oversee that with the little girl we saw in the trailer. I don't know much about her yet, hence why she's not on the list. But yes, the main reason I want him is for the fisting playstyle, and also he gives me such daddy energy. I think I'm gonna love him so much. Because even from the trailer, he seems like he has a bit of a quirky personality while also being a bit of a hard ass, because I think he's the warden of the prison, but we're gonna leave him there. I love this dude already. Then we have Clorinde and Navia, who for some reason people are shipping like crazy from like the little bit we saw in the trailer of them. We'll do Clorinde first because I need this chick in my life. Her design is immaculate. She looks like the baddest bitch in town, and she can back up the talk. Although I don't think she's gonna talk that much. She seems like the quiet, mysterious chick who just follows Neuvillette around as like his right-hand woman, but I feel like she's gonna be a very principled kind of woman, like very honor-bound by the code. Honestly, this is what Kujo Sara could have been if she wasn't a massive simp. Because I feel like she's gonna be her own character. We already know she can fight like a mad woman from what we saw in the trailer, like the gun and sword shtick. Ooh! Now that's good stuff, bro. I want her to step on my face, so I'm just gonna put her at the top. I need her more than anyone. I significantly doubt that is gonna change. She's gonna be at the top of this list for the entire list. Even when we play the Archon quest, I have no doubts in my mind. Then we have Taylor Swift, who I'm also gonna say isn't quite I need it, but I want to pull for her as well. Yeah. She kind of gives me the opposite of Clorinde vibes. Like, Clorinde is cold and calculated, while Navia seems like she acts on instinct and emotion more than anything, when compared to the bad bitch up here, which is why I feel a lot of people do ship them. Okay. We're gonna get that off topic because I know a lot of y'all don't like that kind of thing, but this is how we're gonna leave the list for now. Although Navia is a Claymore user and is Geo, which are my least liked weapon and my least liked element, I'm hoping she can be a bit of a game changer for the Geo element, because Lord knows they need a game changer right now, because Geo is dying, like, really quickly. How much time do we have left? We have an hour and 11 minutes for Fontaine. Okay. Oh, wait. Guys, I just realized. We forgot Charlotte, ma fille. Je m'excuse, mon cher. Je vais jamais oublier encore. Attends. I feel like such scum for forgetting the first Fontaine character we ever saw. But for Charlotte, I think it's confirmed from the vision she had, she's cryo, and I think she's also gonna be a catalyst user. Yeah, wait, our first cryo catalyst. Ooh, Charlotte being a bit of a game changer, I like it. But I'm gonna say for her, I'm debating on if I think she's a 4-star or not, but regardless, I'm pulling for this girl. Just everything we saw of her when she was in Mondstadt for that event, or when we went around to the 4 nations, her being basically the Sherlock Holmes while also being a mix of a reporter was kind of amazing to see. I love that. And the funny thing is, for the most part, I hate journalists, but since it's anime and a game, they make the journalist likable at least, so I respect Hoyoverse again for what they did with Charlotte. I think as for the plot in Fontaine, she's gonna be the one summarizing everything that goes down. Like after the magic show, she's gonna be like, breaking news, magic show was really epic. We kinda thought the cat girl was dead, but it's all good. When stuff hits the fan, you can always rely on baby girl for the truth to be revealed, yeah. So now that we've done all of the characters officially, it is an hour and 4. 1 hour till Fontaine. You guys will see it as a second, but I'll be back in probably about like 6 to 7 hours. I don't know. Guys, okay. It's 6 in the morning. I'm exhausted. I think that was the best Archon quest we had by a long shot, bro. Nah, the whole court scene, everything about it was so good. Fuck, dude, that was fire. Also, underwater exploration is my new peace and tranquility zone. It is so comf being underwater, but we have a lot of video ideas now for future stuff. We're gonna talk about the characters because that's what the video is about. So I need these 2 men right here to get so much love because they were so good, bro. Chadacus Thundercock the first, Chadacus Thundercock the second. They both radiate such big PP energy, and I might make an appreciation post for both of these characters after, but they were awesome. Malouse and Silver over here, I love them both. I just wanted them to be here because if they did not have the NPC designs, bro, I would pull for them in a heartbeat if they were actually playable. They were great. Malouse was more apparent in the story, but Silver was just the cool, calm and collected, always has the baking ingredients on deck. No, I love these guys. And then we have this bish ass at the bottom. I despise this man's existence for a number of reasons. If you played the Archon quest, I'm sure you can relate. So Wriothesley, I'm leaving at the top because we didn't get anything of him yet. I'm sure he's gonna play a role in the next act, especially with Tartusi in the big house. So I'm sure he's gonna be overseeing that. Charlotte and Freminet, we didn't get much of them yet, so I'm just gonna leave them in their initial spot. I think Charlotte is not gonna be that big until the end game, where we have to get the news out there. And Freminet, I think it's gonna be important in the next act. But yes, as for the characters we got a lot of, Clorinde, my fucking god, guys. Holy shit, I love her because she clearly has a personality on top of being a bad bitch. Like, she's a good person. I think I mentioned this in the first part. I don't even remember. She is what Kujo-Sara could have been. She's freaking phenomenal. Like, personally, I love the Ice Queens with the soft side to them. And the fact that she honored the promise she made with baby girl's father. And then when she spoke in court, it came from the heart. Bro, she's such a good woman. It's insane. I simp for this girl like crazy. Nah, and when she was fighting the Gardamex, bro, if her and Tartusi actually had an all-out fight, no holding back, I think she has a shot of winning. Again, we don't know the extent of her power, but I could see her at least putting up an amazing fight for a Harbinger standards. Mind you, he's the lowest rank, yes, but in terms of how far just a normal human can go, she's probably peak. Like, she's amazing. Anyway, I could keep simping for ages. She is a queen. Navia, honestly, she was the main character of the second part of this Archon quest, and you cannot convince me otherwise. She was center stage for the entire thing, and I am not complaining because she did a great job. Her VA went ham, especially during the emotional bits. 10 out of 10 for that voice actress. Well done. In terms of comparing her to Clorinde, again, I think I actually, wait, did I say this in the first part? That Clorinde is by the books and Navia is like emotional? That is exactly what it is. And personally, my taste goes toward Clorinde. But Navia, I can imagine right now, is gonna have such a big group of devoted simps, and she deserves it because the girl is amazing. Honestly, if I look at all of these characters and had to pick one to be like in the starring role for this quest, I'm really happy that it ended up being Navia because that's who I would have picked as well. I also love her little banter with her little men over here. It's amazing. Your daddy would be so proud. Or sorry, ton père va être très contente avec tout ce que tu fais pour la nation de Fontaine. Excellent, mon cher. Next up, we have Neuvillette, who Gurl. I was not expecting to simp for this man as much as I did in the quest, especially during the second half. Like, I've always had this debate in my head. This might be a bit of a personal thing, but if you don't really feel anything for a situation, like example, you see a lost girl in the street crying because she lost her parents, but you as a person feel nothing towards it. You don't care, but here's the thing. You know what is right and what is wrong. So you go with the girl to find her parents. Not because you really care, but because you have a high sense of morality. And this man is such a good example of that. Although, mind you, he does care to an extent, and I'm not really sure if he's straight up a machine yet, but I feel like that might be the case. It's not confirmed, but from what they were hinting at, I wouldn't be surprised. But the way he's learning human customs and human emotions, the way he saw even this piece of schmuck down here willing to give up his life to see his girl, it kind of changed his perspective of how people view things. Like, he thought people's lives were above all else. But once he sees people's conviction firsthand, it changes the gears in his head. He starts to think more. And honestly, his character arc already is amazing. And I can imagine them going even further beyond with how great it could be. Nah. In terms of which character realistically I like the most, although Clorinde, I simp for her like crazy, this is my man's. I really love Neuvillette, guys. I cannot stress that enough. Next, we got Furina over here, who, gosh darn, this girl made the biggest impression we've had so far from an Archon. We met her the second we docked into the port. She was like, "What's good, bitches? I've been expecting you." And I love how she put on the act that she just knew because she's a god, but nah, one of her sidemen told her about us. Honestly, in terms of entertainment value, she is top tier. There were little bits during the second trial we had with this piece of crap down here where I was kind of, I'm not gonna say annoyed, I was just kind of like, girl, stop trying to be a hotshot for a second. This is a really serious case. And even Neuvillette was like, girl, please quiet for a sec. Like, she's so focused on her image, but at the same time, you can tell she truly cares about what justice really is. Like, she's having some conundrums right now, and I am sure we're gonna get more of her in the quest to come, and I could see her going up here, but for the time being, I'm gonna leave her in this spot. She was phenomenal though. Out of all the characters on the list, she definitely has the most personality, and that's for damn sure. And finally, we have the characters on banner right now, Lyney and Lynette. And even though I actually like them a lot, this roster up here of amazing characters to come is gonna make me skip this banner, and I wasn't expecting that. I was really down to just give in to my gambling addict addictions. But nah, there's so many top tier characters, and these two, I'm sure we'll get more of them in the Archon quest to come, especially when Arlecchino makes her entrance, which, ooh! I'm kind of surprised she didn't make at least a cameo in this Archon quest, but I'm not really upset. It just saves the anticipation for what's to come. And we were actually right about the whole siblings being a part of the House of Hearth. I will say this though, the one thing that rubbed me the wrong way during the first bit of the Archon quest is why Lumine was so distant with these two, because she doesn't trust them because they're associated with the Fatui. Now I get it, the Fatui is the big bad, but the fact that they emphasize that they just didn't disclose this information, like they had no reason to tell us they were associated with the Fatui, because we legit just met them. And the fact that the Traveler and Paimon are acting like it's a betrayal of trust doesn't make much sense to me. Like, you're not just gonna drop your entire backstory in the span of a day, because we literally just met them. But aside from that one little nitpick, the Archon quest was phenomenal so far. In my opinion, it's the best to date. We're gonna make videos about it. I did record my reaction as well. Feel free to let me know if you want to see it. It's not going to be a funny moments kind of shtick, but it was still really damn amazing. And with that, thanks for watching, guys. Hope your journeys in Fontaine have been great up to now. Take care and have a good one.